into into the Iranian airspace and bomb shit at will. Like, you guys can't do anything about it.
But Pepe, you're wrong. You said they don't create weapons. They use their weapons.
Sure. Yeah, they had like 19. Yeah, that's they were making over half a century ago.
That's a different argument. That's a different argument. You said they don't create weapons. They're using their weapons right now.
Okay, Israel. Yeah, but Israel creates more advanced weaponry than Iran does. What the fuck are you talking about?
Stop giving them U.S. taxpayers money.
So why is Israel asking for US help?
Why? I can be against, like I said, just because I'm against giving Israel money does not mean that I'm going to take, like, Iran's side. They're a bunch of fucking assholes. Nobody fucking likes them.
You don't have to, but, just to answer your question, you said Israel creates stuff. They are amazing.
Yes, they create shit. They create modern shit. They create modern shit, man. Iran does not create modern shit. That is a fucking fact. In fact, Israel creates shit that other first world countries and first world militaries will utilize their fucking equipment. That is not the same. Cannot be said for fucking Iran. Nobody uses that fucking shit that lives in the first world.
Israel don't need your help, in other words. They don't need your help.
But Iran relies on China.
I can also create a nuclear weapon.
And so the reality here is that this is not just about Iran and Israel. This is about the U.S. and China. And hey, if China would stay out of the Middle East, we would probably stay out of the Middle East. But that's not how the world works, and we know that. We know that if we put out of the Middle East, our enemies will nevertheless poke their noses in and try to make that space their space and control it. And that's why we have to be involved, Joe. And that's why you should be thinking about what the U.S. wants.
So which country has Chinese military in the area?
And what the U.S. wants is Israel there. So you should want Israel there.
Joe, you keep on bringing up how, like, but Israel has to use their stuff. Israel has to use their stuff. Like, the reality is, though, is that even if you look at Ukraine, for example, what did we do to Ukraine? We gave them a bunch of fucking, basically modern weapons to help fight against Russia. That's normal for countries that are allies.
Aaron, you give Israel the most money of all the countries. What you have to say, Aaron? Be quiet.
Yeah, because Jews don't like.
Will you shut your fucking cheap mouth, Aaron? Jesus Christ.
I'm recording on
Matt, hands up, Aaron.
We cannot understand you. Go fuck off.
What is the tikka masala is happening?
Don't like India. Yeah, that I know.
Okay, yes. Free Bombay in the chat. Okay, go ahead, Pepe.
You're the worst example.
Well, no, I want to know. This is what I want to know. Okay. So what I want to know is, why is it a fucking problem that we give Israel weapons or sell them weapons, whatever, but when we do it, okay, even when it came to war, when we ended up going to war in Afghanistan, there were a bunch of countries, primarily Western countries, who, even though it was us who got attacked, they decided not only were they going to give us, we sell weapons to each other, but they were going to end up putting their men and women in that country, in Afghanistan. Same thing happened with Iraq.
Okay, I will ask you. So first off, that's not a problem. You can sell them a bunch of weapons, right? But here's the issue. Israel is not only getting weapons. They are the country that gets most amount of money.
I know. Why does that fucking matter to you?
Billion.
Why does that matter to you?
I will answer you. So the weapons they get from the United States of America, they use that money, right? American taxpayer money, to fucking control.
But you're not an American. Why do you care?
Because
once again, you only care. No, hold on a second. You only care. Yeah, you can say America's complicit. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you're saying that somehow that it is your business. Shut your fucking mouth. That it is somehow your fucking business. Okay, what America decides to do with its fucking weapons and its money. The reality is that it is none of your fucking business. That is for Americans to care about, not you. Not because you see a bunch of fucking Muslim terrorists, okay, getting killed with those fucking weapons. If you want to say, hey, we're complicit, that's fine. I really, truly don't give a shit. I truly don't give a shit. How's that a problem? No, it sounds like it's a you
قلبك واعي بقى ترابى.
Wait.
No. Tell me, وإن امرأة وهبت نفسها لنبي إن أراد النبي أن يستنكحها. What's mean that? What's mean?
You see, brother, the thing about me is that I am a revert. I'm new to Islam. You know?
You are what?
I am new to Islam.
What's mean that?
Means that I still have a long way to go.
You became not Muslim.
I am Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
Maybe you not practice your Islam, I think.
I do practice.
أعوذ بالله. Where are you living?
أعوذ بالله. I said I do. Brother, you don't understand me? أنا قلت إنه أنا مسلمة وأنا أعمل البراكتس. Who are you?
What you practice?
I'm Sunni.
What's other thing you practice in day?
I fast. I pray. I say Bismillah before eating. I read Quran before sleeping. What's that?
Okay, another thing. Do you maybe make jumping?
Jumping?
Or yeah.
Well, jumping where?
I don't know. In your home, in your bed, maybe.
See, that's crazy. People work.
Crazy. Why? Okay. Did you? What do you want to eat, Georgia?
So I was busy the whole day. I didn't have time to eat. This is my first meal at 12 a.m. It's gonna be because I'm still cooking. But I'm making like beef and...
You are you serious? You eat cow? Do you eat cow?
Yes, I eat cow.
Wow,
I don't
you should
worship
respect
it.
Hindu, wallah.
Listen, I don't worship cow. I eat. Yum yum.
Yum. How?
No.
Hey, how?
Astaghfirullah. Brother, what are you saying?
But you should respect Hindu, which worship cow. I think we should stop it.
Why would I respect the Hindus? What did they do for me?
Yeah, Abdullah. Did you slaughtering cow in Eid?
No, my mom slaughtered lamb. Kharoof.
Not Maza.
No.
Problem.
Father, everything is problem to you. What is going on? Should we start?
لا مشكلة in Morocco language. They say a lot of مشكلة. Where are you from, dog? Who are you?
Doc, I think it's not
Are you Hindu? I think he's Adullah. He's not Muslim. تكلم يا عبد الله تكلم. وعليكم السلام. Where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from Morocco.
He's your citizen, like your citizens, Georgia.
Yes, that's Karim Karpouche.
I'm from Casablanca.
No, you're Indian. Shut up. I can hear the Indian in you.
I'm not Indian. Why you say I'm Indian?
You Pakistani or Indian?
I ain't Indian, neither Pakistan, Morocco, Casablanca. I told you.
Look. Come Jeep. Jeep in English, Georgia. What do you say?
Who is Kyrie?
He's just good at like knowing the facts, but I don't think he's good at like arguing or debating. He's not seasoned enough.
Make me want to get Piper in here right now.
I mean, go ahead. He's gonna try to protect his ego, but like, I'm just saying what I fucking feel based on what I heard. Look, if I want Barth to, like, I want my point to be validated, right? So like, if Piper was something worthy, I'd be like, yeah, get him in here. But I'm not saying that. In fact, what I'm saying is the person that I don't even know. I'm like, yeah, get that person in here. But when you said Piper, I'm like, nah, because I have had some experience with what Nathan's referring to, and it just doesn't sound. It's kind of like a person that doesn't train for a fight because they think they have it in the bag. You can't just do that with everything.
And they're not John Jones, yeah. Since we throwing up random matchups, I'd like to see Mr. Finley versus OJ on some black shit.
Versus OJ. OJ's dead.
Mr. Finley isn't a good debater.
Yeah, you can't do that to Finley.
A lot of people like play, think they're a good debater, and they're not that good, bro. They're terrible.
Happy Father's Day to you all.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to everyone.
Happy Father's Day, even though there's like colonialism and the war of land and shit in the title, but like Happy Father's Day.
How come we never made Alaska versus Monica happen?
Oh, that'd be interesting. Who do you guys think is the best debater in chillism? The number one debater?
In this room?
I think Mike.
No.
It was Mike when he as post workout, probably Mike. 100%, yes. He has to have worked out first.
It has to be pre-workout.
Yeah, if he just woke up, absolutely not. No, not pre-workout.
I don't think anybody could beat Nathan rhetorically.
Knowledge cannot Nathan. Who the fuck? I think Hagap is a top. Huey is a top.
I have my
Who's the boss?
A top?
Who's the bottom? No, but
Alcohol is definitely there somewhere underneath the top. Alcohol is underneath the top. Definitely.
Coco, no, please. But I think that's
Coco.
Coco's like, I'll be the top and the bottom. So
Yeah.
And we want him for that, Andrew.
okay, well, let's have him for it. That's fine.
I just want to say for the record, debates. I have never lost any of them. So,
knowledge, please.
when have y'all ready?
It's definitely Samoa.
You guys, there's a guy named.
Oh yeah, y'all serious?
Nathan, Samoa's the best pop album.
Definitely
Like,
Samoa.
yeah, you just don't have to.
Samoa is pretty good, dude.
Samoa is terrible.
Mike, the guy Samoa. Mike, do you remember that debate with Sasha?
Yeah, but like a bad look. If somebody gets spanked by a fucking champ, it doesn't mean that they're not.
No, I know.
You know, like I'm not saying that. I'm just kind of like I'm thinking here, and it's funny. It's because like it's kind of close.
You're actually up there, bro. You are up there.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of close. It's just like.
Yeah, Mike is definitely one of those motherfucking tops, period.
Thank you. I feel like I don't know if there is one. I think that people just have strengths, so it's kind of hard to like determine if there's like one. Like who would people want to hear argue? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like, ooh, this is good right now. I want to hear them go back and forth.
That's a good one. I like that too.
Yeah.
If Bima could work out her rhetoric, I think she'd be up there. But
She's the reasoning. She has the rhetoric. What's the reasoning?
Nah, she's good. What do you mean? She's good, bro.
No,
she's
Bima is
underrated
good.
when it comes to reasoning. But it's she gets lost in trying to connect with people, and that just ruins whatever.
I've heard her. I've heard her win more than I've heard her lose.
Mike loves the passion. So when he hears the passion in the voice, and he's like, I'm moved by it. He doesn't hear the logic like the one plus
No, I do. I hear the logic.
And then he's like, I'm moved.
I don't think I've ever heard Bima yell or like cuss people out or whatever. I think she's always kept it very cool.
She's passionate. But here's the thing. I would vote for Beam as well. I just wish she would give me more of the recordings.
It was really no, but being like as far as the females, I think Bima might be like one of the best females as far as debaters.
Oh, the best female. You know the best female is now. But I don't know if you get much exposure to her here. Probably.
I'm gonna tell you why I get some pushback. I get some pushback only because she used AI, and AI was wrong when she tried to support Samoa and this dumbass argument about what I said being a fallacy. She believed AI first. She was like, well, AI said
No, you know why? But you know why though? I never got to speak to her about this because I saw the prompt. All she did was like facilitate Samoa's version. She wasn't in here enough to hear what actually was the case, right? So she didn't know. She just said, "Hey, I'm gonna type in what Samoa's saying," right?
But I'm saying she typed it in, right? And she typed in what I was saying at one point.
Hold on.
But
What I did though, So Nathan, but I did do what Nathan said. I took his entire narrative. I didn't add anything that Samoa said, and I also included his reasoning through my lofty recordings that I don't record. I'm just kidding about that. I just had to play on that. But no, I recorded, annotated with a pen, right, while you were telling me, and then I put word for word what you said, Nathan. It was only your thing, and then I challenged and went back and forth with ChatGPT over and over and over. And it was only because of what you said, though. It was only because of what you said and how you explained it. It did say this.
You know what? I think A is the fucking top guy, actually. And I would consider A a quarterback.
Yeah, but what I was saying was that Bima relied on the ChatGPT to give her the answer, and the ChatGPT was wrong. She didn't use her own reasoning skills. She let ChatGPT do it, and this is why I don't give. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't give her that credit because she didn't use her own intelligence to determine. Because if she did think about it on her own, she would have realized that it wasn't a fallacy. Like it was common sense. It wasn't a fallacy. It was so easy.
Yo, Mike, you know who beat up A in the debate, right?
Who?
Just think about it.
Who?
Some people call him knowledge. Some people call him. Ask him.
I didn't hear.
Ask him.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's
Where's Incan at, you guys? Did he leave the app?
Yeah, Incan is. I don't know what Incan is.
He's scared of you, Andrew.
past 3 weeks.
Yeah, I was talking to him for a long time.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, dude, that was weird. Dude, he was serious. It seemed like kind of.
It's like, yo, how did you find me on TikTok? Like, what in the world? I blocked you.
He's all. It's completely unassociated with anything in my life. There's nothing about it. There's no identifiers. There's no markers. There's nothing.
I'm surprised you remember that too.
Yeah, he's like, I only post cars. I don't do anything about anything. I don't
remember that.
He's all, and all of a sudden I'm getting, all of a sudden Andrew from Andrew from Clubhouse is following me. I was like, he's like, bro, what are you doing? You work at NSA, CIA, what's up? No, he's pretty funny. But where is Egan though? Did he leave the app? Because I still like Egan. I think Egan is actually a good player.
He gets busy.
He just gets busy. He does car stuff and then he's a truck driver, so he does a lot of things.
It's so funny, sort of, because when you come into the room, sometimes I think you're Incan for some reason. Incan, Rincan, I don't know, but I see it, I'm like, oh, Incan's here.
Incan, Rincan.
They have the same. They around the same age. They have the same lingo. You know.
Yeah, no, I think it's only like a year older than me now that I'm thinking about it.
And it's not the same voice, but the cadence in some ways. Kind of.
They're both women, and
Yo, I hate this new emoji feature. I'm trying to react to my.
I know, it's pissing me off because now it tells me when I'm laughing at someone and they know I think they're funny, and that also pisses me off.
Right.
And I'm like, I still don't like you, but you're funny. I still don't like you.
both. I wish you could do both.
Think about it.
Yep.
When I think someone says something mad retarded up in here, now y'all know for sure I know you think you're retarded.
Yeah, I just don't like how it snitches on me because if I don't like them. Just some people will think I like them just because I think they're funny, and it's not true.
No, you do like them because they're funny.
Yeah. But I will say, but doing the heart thing is pretty cool though, because you can give them like direct encouragement. You know, like it'd be a little more.
No, some people don't need that.
Some people don't need it, but no, I didn't say across the board. I'm just saying being able to do. I agree with it would be cool if you could do both. It'd be cool if you could do both. Like you could still do the original, just to wrap up emoji.
Some of y'all, I genuinely think that your mama gave you sour titty milk. Genuinely, I truly think that with my heart and soul. And
Isn't titty milk all sour? Is it all sour?
I don't know. I never tasted mine, and I'm pretty sure I was formula.
The Bahamas.
To anyone who's tasted it,
That's my shade.
I
have tasted it.
All the way from Beantown.
It did not taste sour.
I think it
We
depends.
landed in this one spot. Look at us.
That's Mike's pre-workout.
He landed in this place right here. See what the Camaro is?
No, just remember. So
That
I only
one house right there on the left.
This is a teaching moment, but Mike depends.
That's a duplex with a
Nathan, I'm trying to
Step down, right?
Mike on
so power from that line. Draw it to the house. We got power. Right there. Right here, Miss Lady. This way he used to, there was a babysitter over there. So he used to go over there by Miss Lady. And Brendan didn't talk like fast. I was on mic.
Nathan, you're hot micing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no. So, Mike, depending on how you source your boob milk, I just wanted you to know, don't put your mouth on the boob because then the boob is going to get confused and it's going to put different like antibodies and nutrients in the boob milk. So,
No, I didn't do that. Like
you said you tasted it.
yeah, I did. I didn't suck it out of the breast, but you can
So,
pour it out. You gotta like, you gotta get a little more creative. Like, nah, bro. Like you've never. I mean, two kids, a lot of titty milk. Like I've
Only
tasted it.
Green Men took it from the nipple.
Dude, I've done a lot of weird shit. You know.
okay, honestly though, like if his wife had a clogged duct, I could see it.
Oh yeah, because that's painful, isn't it?
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
but
it's so
she's
painful.
had it. She's had it before. She just has this. You can use those machines, or there's this little plastic thing where you squeeze it and then you put it on like the breast, and then it's just always kind of like pulling breast
The
milk
little
out.
drippy things.
Yeah, you
So,
should
like
just walk
the
around like
residual. Oh
just
yeah, no,
walk
I
around with that shit on all day. But I've tried it. Like, you've never tried your own milk?
Mike, you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
Pumps that you like put in your no, but
Why?
that's also I don't know. I just thought it was weird, but I also like I was just so turned off by like breast milk
You have
after a
tried
certain point.
it.
It's like I wasn't over. No, I haven't. I used to do
I believe.
My husband's tried it. Like I gave him a little.
So how did he
once.
try it? Did he suck it out of your breast?
No,
See,
he took
there you go.
he took a little cup of it, like one of the little bottles, like one of my milk storage bottles, and then he put it in his coffee, and I was like,
Did he
what
say
the
it
fuck
tasted
is-
sour?
No, he said it tasted very sweet, almost like oat milk.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very tart. I laughed at him. I was like, why in the coffee? Why not one of the little popsicles? And I made. He was like, I don't know. I didn't want to take the popsicles from the kids.
That breast milk is fucking magic, though, man. Like,
Oh yeah, put that on some of your acne. It makes your skin so soft. It's good for brain development. It's good for
why
a
you
lot of
having
things.
it? It really is, bro. I promise.
I'm telling you, man.
No, I'm laughing. He said about putting it on acne. What you're saying, Mike, is just kind of like, bro, I've done some weird stuff.
I have. No, I'm
Mike, you ever tried it with rum?
with rum.
You mean like a wow action?
I don't drink alcohol.
Why don't you guys just start talking about eating?
Oh my god, did I ever tell you my placenta story?
I'm gonna leave the room, bro.
What? You
No. Listen, I have one where I basically wasted my money.
I remember. Wait.
No, I didn't hear the story.
I didn't hear.
What happened now?
So basically, my son's born, and there's this nurse in there, and she's like, "What do you guys want to do with the placenta?" I was like, "You hear about this kind of thing?" And she's like, "I know a lady that can like whatever." And then my wife's like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." I was like, "All right, I'm all happy. Everything is good, and like it was a good, clean, fucking easy birth, right?" And I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever." So I'm on the phone. I'm talking to this lady. She's very nice. How much is it gonna be? She's like $300. I was like, shit. I thought it was gonna be like $1,500 or some shit. I was like, 300, cool. So I hang up the phone. She's on her way, and then I call back, and I'm like, hey, so how exactly do you do this, right? Because she didn't sound like a professional. She sounded just like a person. And then I was like, she's like, oh, I'm in my house, and I do it with this blender, and I put it in the oven, and I'm like, ugh.
Wait a minute.
I didn't have the heart to say no. What?
Were you gonna eat it? I don't
No,
mean judging. I'm just
capsulized it. Yeah, that okay.
Well,
So
you can
then,
just do that at home, bro.
oh my
Do
god,
that at home.
no, I don't do that at home. So anyway, you have no idea. I am a legitimate not just saying this. I'm a germaphobe. It affects the quality of my life at times. It affects my parenting skills too, bro. It sucks sometimes.
It's okay. It's okay, Mike.
Sometimes, but sometimes it's not.
Before I had kids.
But let me finish this shit. So I call, and she comes, she puts it in a fucking bag, and then she puts it in like this cooler, you know? And I'm like, it's like a cooler that you get like at fucking Target or some shit. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I haven't necessarily paid the money yet. Oh, I already paid the money. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just happy that my kid's born. So a week later, she hits me up. She's like, hey, I have it ready. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Let me get back to you. Like, I just text her back with my client. And then I started looking it up. I started Googling it. And then I put it in ChatGPT in the sense of how it was done. And I was like, read that shit. I was like, nope, I'm not doing this shit. Fuck that, bro. I called my wife.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did. I called my wife, and I'm like, hey, we're not doing this shit. She's like, why? But because I fucking read it, it could potentially harm the baby. This dude, what if you get someone else's fucking shit in your pills because she didn't clean the blender enough or something? Apparently they blend it up and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I never responded back to the lady. Keep the fucking money, keep the pills. I don't want anything to do with that. So, look, I'm not wealthy, but I'm not taking a chance. So, but think about it. Cost benefit analysis: $300. Or
wait, so
fraction.
is your wife? So does that mean she just has your wife's placenta?
No, she has them in pills. Yes. That she cooked in her own oven. That's disgusting. Like, I want it to be in a facility where they're wearing gloves and fucking it's cold and it smells like fucking chemicals because they clean it. Not a fucking house, dude. You know, I don't know. Just didn't seem right. And guess what? We didn't need it because she's fine. My kid's fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Fuck it.
that shit.
A placenta hamburger, you make it into a beef
It's
patty.
like a
That shit's
steak.
like-
I'll do that shit.
I have a picture of my wife. I took a picture of everything. I was like, we're gonna remember all this shit.
Yo, I have to say, I went to, so my wonderful sister brought me to like this amazing biocyclic vegan farm. It's like only the one in the United States. Anyway, it was so much fun. We had such a great time, cooked outdoors. While we're in there, there were dietary vegans and ethical vegans there. So you already knew, and we ate in a very intimate setting. So it was like one long, like, Batman table, and we all sat and talked and, whatever. So we got to know everybody there. There was only about a dozen of us there. And we're talking, and you could definitely tell between the ethical vegans and the dietary vegans, because the ethical ones obviously were focused on love, peace, happiness. Dietary ones were like, I don't give a fuck about no animals. I just want to eat because I eat this, whatever. So this one non-ethical vegan, she was dietary vegan, started shitting on vultures. And I was so upset by that. I'm like, why are you going to pick on fucking vultures? And I was so upset. So anyway, I went to ChatGPT and I was like, ChatGPT, talk to me about vultures and like what role they play in the animal kingdom, because I always find it so interesting. No matter what you put in there, like whatever you find, you'll always find like some crazy new, like without this thing, the entire ecosystem will like fucking collapse. So it turns out that vultures have the stomach acid similar to battery acid, one of the only species on the planet, like next to fucking sharks. Their stomach acid is so it's like battery acid that it can literally like digest rabies and anthrax and all of this other shit. And it is vultures are nature's clean up animals. And so I said, so explain to me like what would happen if vultures like went extinct tomorrow. And it was like, if only vultures went extinct tomorrow, there would be such rampant disease and viruses and rabies. The planet would be like fucking overconsumed, because what would happen is other animals that don't have the same amount of battery acid type stomachs, they would end up eating these carcasses and shit, and then they would spread the disease and shit would like get totally out of control, because they wouldn't be able to evolve fast enough for their stomach acid to adapt to make sure that they kill these viruses. So I'm reading about these fucking vultures. So cool. Also, the hair on their head, why they have is they evolved that way because when they're eating all these like bacterias and viruses and shit, because it gets like messy on their head, so they would pluck their hairs out, and so that's why they evolved to like not have hairs on the top of their head. And also they can smell death up to like 3 miles away. They know like when death is coming, like they can even tell by gases miles and miles away from the different. But anyway, just shout out to the vultures.
Shout out to the vultures, man. Jesus.
I'm gonna put that on a mug.
And they even have like these hierarchies, because there are different types of species of vultures, and some of the vultures like will only eat the bone, and so like 70 to 90% of their meal consists of bone. So they'll like the other vultures come and grab that shit first, so they can break open the bone marrow and shit. Anyway, but yeah, so or the other vultures will pick off the body, and then they'll come and pick up the bones. Like it's pretty cool. Oh, Matt, do you have a topic? I love people that love me so much. Matt loves me so much. Thank you, Matt. I love you too. The point of mentioning the bone was because no other birds have that diet, so it was also just very interesting. and they even dressed themselves up in like this red soil so they could like tell each other apart because there's like this hierarchy. So this, I forget what type of vulture it is. I'm gonna say that it's it might be the bone crusher one, but they their feathers aren't like naturally red. They bathe in red iron rich soil and they dye themselves. Sorry, am I having audio problems? What's going on here? No, everybody just wants to complain about what I'm talking about and then not offer anything. Oh, welcome! Oh, you're here now? Oh, you just got here? You just got, whoa, welcome, hey. every fucking, oh my God. Well, everyone's not complaining, by the way. I know. And everyone is always like welcome to bring topics. It's how like we get diversity of topics. Because sincerely, I have to like rotate through news sources, or it will like start only showing me what I hovered over, not even clicked on, just hovered over for too long. And that's an issue with me and every algorithm ever. So I have to like add new news sources ever so often. I also like checking trending topics. Twitter is both a shithole and forever lolcow. Good. I'm glad your eyes are bleeding. Not what you think.
That's from
You
watching
can't
that
see.
monkey shit, bro. You gotta stop that, dog.
No, it's from staring at that. What's it? The laptop TV? No, that would be the TV in a suitcase that you paid $1,300 for when you could have just got an iPad. Anyways,
Stupid.
Yeah. Well, so is a TV and a laptop.
It's also a chessboard. Do you think about that?
No.
Exactly. It's like the perfect contraption for somebody like me.
It's not.
Everybody, they just saying, oh, it's a niche for someone. I'm like, oh, it's a niche for me.
For you. And just you. And how many of yous are there?
A couple of us. There's different types of me. Some people prefer to stand by me where it's like a whole stick like that. Me, I'm a stand by me gold type of thing.
I don't know what that means.
That's the name of the TVs that the LG series is Stand By Me. So I got the Stand By Me Go because it's on the go in the suitcase. The Stand By Me 2, it looked like a little portrait that you hang on the wall, but it's a TV iPad. So it's three types. You got the Stand By Me, the Stand By Me with a pole, and the Stand By Me on the wall.
Okay. Anyways, you can hang most TVs now. I don't think they make TVs that you can't mount anymore. That's so cool.
Well, it's military graded, the suitcase, so it's like ain't nothing could fuck it up. So you could take it camping, you could take it to work.
So what are you, James Bond? You need a
you know what?
a suitcase.
You know it's cool like that. It's like Inspector Gadget.
Not cool at all.
You would like to stand by me with the pole, because you can pull it as you go.
How long is the reserve battery?
What you say, Sexy Lips?
No, I don't want to talk. How much is the reserve battery?
Wait, what are you talking about? The TVs?
Yeah, if you take it camping. 3 hours.
What you need is free. It's yours. So you can take it with you.
Yeah, she's saying how long will the battery last, and you already said.
Oh, it lasts 3 hours. 3 hours. If you can keep a battery pack, or you can charge it, or plug it in. The new Nintendo Switch lasts 3 hours. So I'm realizing like every portable, the maximum is like 3 hours, except like the old school Switches. Those are you'll switch it, you get the OLED, but it'll still be 30 frames per second, but it will look nice. And I'm not somebody that looks stupid like that. Fuck it, the point of looking nice, but it don't look right. And you could go on Clubhouse with it. Did you think about that?
I don't want it, don't need it, and would prefer to never. I'd like to go back to like 5 hours ago when I didn't know it existed.
You're not lying. You know that shit is cool. Like, you're a hater.
If someone presented me with the option to go back in time and change any event in history, I would not change any world event.
If a
I would merely go back. 5 hours and mute you.
If a Chinese woman in a business suit sold it to you and told you the facts about it, the pros, you would have bought it.
No, but I did see this morning that 2 Chinese nationals who were working in I want to say Michigan University, were caught with, have been detained for smuggling biohazard material that could have potentially impacted the food chain here in the States. Isn't that fun?
Mm-hmm. Does it got to do with the tariffs a little bit? Like, can there ever be a connection to that?
I don't know. They didn't give a whole lot of information.
Because, like, I thought the tariffs wasn't going to affect me except with stocks. But now that I couldn't get a switch because of fucking tariffs, I was like, that's some bullshit. Like, shit never becomes personal until it affects you.
Exactly. You're exactly who and where I think you are.
Yeah, I'm on phone. I'm making funny noise. It's all good, Papa.
In an asylum.
Yeah, the alarm in the background is.
It was the alarm. It was someone making funky noises. It was like, yeah, exactly who I think you are.
She cute. She's got a little D. You see what I'm talking about, Kuji?
Now y'all made me miss whatever Beaver was talking about, unless someone wants to fill me in.
You can't let these white women, like, destroy you like that time. Fuck that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alaska, why would you call yourself that? You're not even from the States.
It's my name.
Like, somebody really named it that? That's cute.
What alarm is that?
Wait, you said, well, what?
What alarm is that you can hear?
You can hear it? Oh, shit, Nathan keep telling me about that shit. Fix it. See, now you don't hear it no more. No more beep beep. Yeah, I heard it, but I ain't pay attention to that shit because it was bothering me. So I wanted to be healthy. I ate some falafel, and I feel that's really healthy because it's beans. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What y'all niggas ate?
Yeah, I've never thought about that, but I guess chickpeas are beans, right?
Duh, chickpeas is beans. Peas are beans. The fuck? Mike is a nutritionist, so he would tell you that peas are fibery beans. That's what he would tell you. They fibery.
Peas?
Yeah, they fibery beans, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't rely on those to eat for fiber. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't. Beans in general, yes, are good, but like I eat like pinto beans, black beans. Those are like my favorite.
You don't like
hummus
chickpeas?
though too. I do. No, I eat like hummus and stuff.
Oh hell yeah, I love it.
Hold on. Peas and beans are not the same thing?
That's what he
Well, I
said.
would think.
It's like saying people, and then like you have different types of people. They're,
Uh,
I don't know if they're a bean. I've never thought a pea is a bean. But even if it is a bean, I wouldn't rely on eating peas for like fiber. But I mean, because I haven't, I never really. I could be wrong.
You know the Jamaicans love rice and peas. You know what they cats eat? Jamaican cats eat mice and peas.
Sorry.
Caribbean people don't like that joke.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about food. That's why we don't play. I love food.
Oh, you Jamaican?
Listen, Mom. Yeah.
Oh, you want it old Jamaican, like a yellow one. That's cool. I would never thought that.
Oh, I didn't say Happy Father's Day, Matt. Happy Father's Day, Psych. Happy Father's Day, Tim.
Thank you.
Can't wait for Doctor.
What did you say?
thank you, Doc.
I ain't a front. I was thinking about this stupid shit so much that I assumed my son's graduation was tomorrow. So mind you, I don't like talking to his mother. So if I call her, it's like, fuck it. I call her like, yo, it's graduation tomorrow, right? Because I'm getting ready to get my haircut and shit. She's like, no, it's Wednesday. I'm like, oh, shit. Yo, if I would have never called the ass, I would have went to that school standing there looking stupid.
Even worse, you would have missed your kid's graduation.
No, I would have just been early, like 3 days early. I would have went to the other one. Like, the fuck? I just typed, like, damn. I knew, like, I was so busy focused about the switch that I knew it was this week. I was prepared for it. But I don't know why I assumed it was tomorrow. And I had a dough today. I was like, yo, I told my coworker, I said, yo, I'm about to go get a haircut and get some clothes. And he like, word, do you think? Something said call and double check. He said that was mad hype. I'm like, yeah.
When is your son graduating? Kindergarten?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Both of their graduations this week. One on, well, I don't think it's this week. One on 18th and one on 25th. I got it.
You guys seen the story where a lady got mad at the quote-unquote boyfriend or husband for going to the daughter graduation as opposed to the girlfriend college graduation?
Yeah, I seen that.
I don't know, man. I think if you're in a relationship with people with children, you should expect to come after the kid. It's not even a different part of it.
And the only one who could make the sacrifice and say, you know what, this time I may put the wife first, is the father of them kids. Because he sacrificed both of them in that regard.
Yeah, but considering the states of women these days, I don't know if I would put, if that would come before my kids then, so.
Or put a person before your kids. Your kids are forever and people are not.
Your kids aren't even forever because some of them grow up to hate their parents and then cut their parents off. So not even your kids, they'll also abandon.
Yeah, even in that case,
You really gotta shit the bed for that. You really gotta suck for that.
Even as a parent, your kids are your kids, regardless. Whether they want to speak to you or not is their problem. They're still your kids. So you still have an obligation to those kids, whether they like you or not.
I know so many grown people that still blame their parents, like in their 30s, 40s, that still blame their parents for the problems they have going on today. That shit blows my mind. You are fucking 30-something years old, still blaming what your parents did to when you were like 6 or 7. You didn't get enough of this, you didn't get enough of that, you didn't fucking do this, whatever. They yelled at you. It's shit like that just blows me away. That people still.
And I'm just saying, my parents may have fucked me up early on. But I cannot blame them for any bullshit that happens from this point forward. I'm 24, turning 25. I'll be damned if I'm a goofy motherfucker that does that. I can't judge that shit. I'm sorry.
I'll say this.
I don't talk to my mum's side. Oh, sorry. I don't talk to my mum's side. I've forgiven them, but they don't need to be in my life, so yeah.
That's a very healthy way of living.
Amen to that.
You know what? Yeah, a lot of women's energy right now, and I'll just say this. I'll start with 2 things. Pocket, you sound very different. That's number 1. Number 2, I feel a person should be able to say what they're not afraid of and what they're afraid of. Right? Now, if I'm being frank and if I'm being real honest, not afraid of social, whatever the fuck it is. I'm afraid of women. And I feel they're dangerous.
As you should be.
I feel like no, it's nothing cute. It's nothing to be proud of. No, think about it. If you seen a rapist, you wouldn't say, no, look, listen. If you seen the rapist, you wouldn't say, oh my God, he's so cute that I'm scared of him. No, I look at you like predators. Now, you're not the common type of predator where you look like a big old monster. No, you do it more subtle, more cunningly, like as if you was influenced by the devil himself, like a serpent. So, yeah, I'm afraid of y'all women because y'all cause trouble. See, like even the scenario that Matt brought up, that woman caused trouble for that man's relationship with his kids, and he had to put an ultimatum. That is trouble. The one of the most things that could... No, look, I'm ending right here. I'm ending right here. One of the most troubling... Look, I got you right now, look. One of the most troubling things for a man... Yes, one of the most troubling things for a man is the ultimatum given by a woman. Yes.
All right.
Who's giving out ultimatums?
Yo, Pocket's the cost, man.
If you as a parent choose your part, how do I put this? Men do this too. They make women choose between the kids all the time. Like, it's a both gender thing shit. It's a 78 gender thing, whatever y'all. In the name of Pride Month, let me be politically correct. It's all genders. It's all orientations. People are weird and they want to put themselves before kids, and it's weird.
Wow.
No, I agree. If you're in a relationship with someone who had a kid prior, yeah, you should expect that. I think that comes with the territory. But I got a question though. So you guys don't think parents are responsible for the way their kids become adults? So you don't think parents that give their kids nothing and now they are insufficient adults, it's not the parents' fault?
No.
I'm a little biased because my parents absolutely screwed me over multiple times, and I'm still a very functioning adult, and you can see that.
But this
the lack of or the stuff that you were not given, and I'm not talking about like financial stuff, right? I'm talking about psychological educational stuff. But
they didn't put me in the best schools, and I'm still out here functioning.
You are ungrateful.
No, I think there's a difference between functioning at 1 and functioning at 10. I think your potential is 10, but functioning at 1 is acceptable because you are functioning. But I do think maybe the parents fail to parent. If our children are sponges and they absorb what we put in them, isn't it part of the person putting stuff on the sponge?
When it comes to being a child, yes, it does. You know, my parents I come from a house of, addicts. It got really tough growing up, but when I grew up and realized they didn't get rid of me, they didn't give up on me. We all struggled. Yes, we were homeless at some times, and they didn't give me that psychological, sometimes emotional support that I needed. But when I grow up, I realized people are human. Some parents aren't ready to be parents, and they still do it anyways, regardless what issues they're going through. So you got to realize that, once you're grown, once you're past that age to where you know what's right and wrong, you shouldn't be blaming your parents for anything. If you have that mindset. Now, if you've been so psychologically abused that you cannot function, of course, yes. But if you're grown and you're able to work, you got your bills paid, you know what's right and wrong, you got good relationships, I don't think you should be blaming anybody except yourself.
I think there are fundamental things that a parents give a child. Even in your case, they give you the ability to actually say, I'm going to take responsibility for this and that. Some people didn't get that, and I think that's probably why they are blaming their parents, because they do understand there are certain skills or certain psychological maturity that I need that I never got. And sometimes it's too late to get those things because you're already set in your way. I do think the parent should be held responsible, not responsible in a legal way, but that parent should also be held, responsible for this, accountable. They should be held accountable for being bullshit parents.
We forget that our parents are human. We forget that they was once children and somebody else's child.
Exactly.
The way you look at your parents is not the way their mama and daddy used to look at them niggas. You look at your mommy and daddy like they was heroes, but their mommy and daddy look at them like they their babies. Until you able to look at every individual in the world as somebody else's child or your mama's child, you always gonna be selfish to an extent. Jesus realized this shit long ago when the motherfucker said, even the pagans love their own. It's natural for us to love our own. Natural like a motherfucker. It's unnatural for me to love each and every one of you, but I do it because I'm more righteous than you. I'm better than you. And I'm like that so you can become better yourselves. You are weak in the sense of you lack love and you lack the ability to actually love others. So let this be a lesson to you weak motherfuckers. You weak individual. You sorrowful bastards. Because you are fatherless because you lack God, the true father of us all.
Jacobus, have I ever told you that the cadence in your voice annoyed me, and I think that's what makes you a really good troll?
No. See, if you was being honest like Pockets, it wets you in a certain place that irritates your dryness of your soul.
Yes, sir, Nathan. Oh, okay.
I love it. I think for we can just prove your point. God said have patience. No, she doesn't have patience.
I have patience right now because I didn't say anything fucked up to Jacobus.
But you should have hugged me. You should have opened your hands with open arms.
No, see, here's the thing: is my silence is the hug. That's me being like, you know what? In my evening prayer, I'm gonna broad brush pray for all of you, including you, Jacobus. But no, I mean, I'm with, I agree with both Pockets and Matt. I just think it's one of those things where you can love your parents and forgive them and understand, that was somebody else's child, but you can also say, hey, man, I gotta be hands off with you because some of the stuff you did, we can't come back from that. I'll forgive you, but I'm still gonna keep my distance because I'm trying to protect myself and heal and be a functioning human being for my children and my future and the people around me because I'm trying to cultivate good, healthy relationships and not hurt anyone else.
If you saw your parents was autistic, you know what? If you found out they was autistic later, what did you say they did a heck of a good job raising you the way they did being autistic? Even if they didn't know and you was to find out. You was to find out, oh shit, mommy and daddy autistic, and then you let them know. And then you actually analyze that they was good parents, even though they was autistic.
But I don't think that's an appropriate metric. That's a hypothetical.
All right, it don't gotta be autism. It could be your mama not knowing how to hug you when you're crying. It could be her only saying when you crying, she said, yeah, eat a little something and go to bed. Some shit like that. I know a friend whose mother said, fill up on bread every time niggas said he was hungry. I thought that shit was abusive as fuck. But the Caribbean people, that shit is fucking natural. Like, sometimes a mother that spoils you may make you weak for the world. Remember that. Or a father that spoils you may make you weak. So sometimes them harsh parents, they wanted you not to do some stupid shit in the future.
Or your parents cheated you.
miraculous mother. Like, why?
So you
Is
think
that
your
the thing
mother
that
was
you truly
perfect?
believe in?
You think your mother was perfect, Jimmy?
I don't think anyone's perfect. We're not
So
born
if your
perfect.
mother wasn't
But
perfect,
she's
you
not
think it's
retarded. But she's not retarded.
So we
my
go to
guy.
measure. So we go to measure parents according to mistakes. That's what we doing.
Yeah, all mistakes aren't equal. Filling up on bread, filling a
So
child's
that's a
stomach
different story
on
now.
bread
So
is
that's
more
a
than a
different
mistake.
story
That's
now.
abuse. You get
Wait, how is that
like
abuse if they ain't got it?
creating a malnourished child is not a mistake, my guy. That sends you to jail
You're saying,
because you can kill that child.
I don't think
My
you
guy,
grew
what
up
are
in the same era.
we talking about?
you're saying that like they had an option. Why are you saying that? There's bad people.
The option was to say, hey, I can't feed myself. Perhaps I shouldn't perhaps I should not create a circumstance where I am not